Welcome to the depths of the strange, otherworldly, unknown, paranormal, and much more, where we explore theories that defy logic, reason, and will leave you questioning reality itself. Deep in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, among the whispers of ancient trees and the echoes of timeless winds, there lies a chilling legend, Spearfinger, a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. But what or who is Spearfinger? Is it just a scary story told around campfires? Or could there be something more to this eerie tale? The legend of Spearfinger originates from the Cherokee people who lived in the Appalachian region long before European settlers arrived. She is described as an old, crone-like woman with a sharp, obsidian-like finger capable of slicing through anything. But don't let her frail appearance fool you. Spearfinger is a shapeshifter. She uses her cunning to trick victims, often appearing as someone familiar to lure them in. And why is this? To feast on human livers. According to the Cherokee, her obsidian finger was her weapon, able to pierce the skin without leaving a trace. She'd sing softly to herself as she hunted, earning her another chilling name, Utlunta, which translates to the one with a sharp finger. But what makes this legend so terrifying isn't just her gruesome habits, it's her near invincibility. Cherokee warriors could not harm her with conventional weapons. Her only weakness was her heart, hidden not in her chest, but in her right hand. This specific vulnerability may hold clues to her origin, and that's where the theories begin. Many legends serve as cautionary tales, and Spearfinger is no exception. Some believe her story was created to teach children not to wander too far from home. In a dense forest where predators and dangers lurked, the fear of a shape-shifting liver thief might have kept young ones close to safety. This idea makes sense when you consider the time and place. The Appalachian forests are beautiful but unforgiving. A child venturing too far could easily get lost or fall prey to natural predators. Spearfinger may have been a tool for instilling survival instincts in younger generations. But there's something unusual about this theory. Most cautionary tales are relatively straightforward. Don't go into the woods, or the monster will get you. Spearfinger's legend, however, includes specific details like her shape-shifting, her indestructible body, and her hidden heart. When multiple people describe the same thing with the same details, it just makes the scenario a lot more realistic. These elements suggest something more than just a scary bedtime story. While it could very well have been used to keep children away from the forest, there's definitely truth behind it, and there could indeed be a creepy-looking old lady out there with a sharp finger, and whether you are a skeptic or not, the idea of it is terrifying, especially considering there have been many unexplained murders that have occurred in the Appalachian Trail throughout the years. So, based on all that, I personally think there is truth to every legend and myth out there, and I certainly think this is more than just a made-up story. Another theory suggests that Spearfinger could have been based on sightings of a cryptid or an unknown creature in the Appalachian wilderness. Think about it. The mountains are vast, remote, and filled with unexplored areas. What if there's a predatory species that uses stealth and deception to hunt its prey? Almost like the concept of the monster from the Predator movies, but maybe not as high-tech. Its sharp, obsidian-like finger could be abnormally long claws, or perhaps it has a long, sharp finger as a defense mechanism similar to the long bill of a swordfish, or the pointy spikes of a porcupine, and its supposed shape-shifting abilities might reflect a misunderstood form of camouflage, just like a chameleon. And to add, Biologists have documented animals with almost supernatural hunting techniques, like cuttlefish that change color and texture to blend into their surroundings. Could Spearfinger be a creature that has a combination of all of these traits? If so, it would make sense how powerful and dangerous it's said to be. As far as why the Cherokee have claimed it's an old woman, well, maybe it's a being that stands on two legs, has long gray hair, and has wrinkly skin. Perhaps connected to the Wendigo somehow. Who the hell knows? Interestingly, the Appalachians are home to numerous cryptid legends, like the Mothman and Bigfoot, and home to other things as well, which I explained in my Appalachian Trail video, so definitely check that one out. There are still vast and unexplored parts of this planet man hasn't stepped foot on yet. Could this just be another unknown cryptid hiding out there? I am a firm believer in cryptids and strange beings, so I wouldn't be surprised if this theory is true. Could Spearfinger be more than just folklore or a cryptid? Many Cherokee believed she was a supernatural entity, perhaps a vengeful spirit or a demon. Cherokee mythology is rich with tales of spirits that walked among the living, and Spearfinger fits the mold of a malevolent being perfectly. Perhaps she tragically lost her life in the Appalachians, and her soul is stuck and hasn't crossed over, causing her to become filled with anger. Or perhaps she was a hiker who was drained of her soul by a demonic presence that already haunts the trail. Her known craving for human livers may be symbolic. In some cultures, the liver represents life and vitality. Could Spearfinger's hunger be a metaphor for a spiritual parasite, feeding not on flesh, but on the essence of life itself? What if this negative entity is the cause of innocent explorers vanishing off the face of the earth completely just by going on a hike? Legends say she could only be defeated by striking her heart, hidden in her right hand. This detail aligns with myths of supernatural beings whose weaknesses are tied to specific, hidden vulnerabilities, like using a demon's name against it, for example. Like I've said before, this world is full of things we cannot perceive with our human eyes. Those who are spirituality strong or very in tune to the non-physical part of life, however, are able to experience these otherworldly beings sometimes, and perhaps this is the case with the Cherokee Indians. Let's also add the fact that the Appalachian Trail is known for having its dark side. There is a lot of negative energy left from many evil occurrences that have taken place throughout the years, and perhaps this malevolent entity feeds off that negative energy to manifest into the demonic Spearfinger. This theory is terrifying to think about, yet hard to believe it could be real. But in my opinion, unless proven otherwise, I can't disregard an interesting theory. And now for the last theory. What if Spearfinger was based on a real person, a hermit or outcast who lived in isolation, surviving in the wild? The Appalachian Mountains have long been a refuge for those seeking solitude or hiding from society. Imagine a woman forced to live off the land, adapting to harsh conditions, becoming feral even. Over time, her survival skills might have seemed extraordinary to those who encountered her. Her sharp finger could be explained as a tool, a spear or blade she used to hunt and protect herself, and her supposed shape-shifting? That might simply reflect her ability to blend into her environment or disguise herself to evade detection. If this woman was seen as a threat, whether due to fear, misunderstanding, or actual hostility, her reputation could have grown into something terrifying. Was she a misunderstood survivalist turned into a monster by the stories of those who feared her? Or was she truly a dangerous savage inspiring the disturbing legend we know today? While this theory would be the most realistic, it doesn't explain her invincibility if she's just an ordinary woman. But aside from that, this would make sense. I think that anyone who is forced to leave society behind and forced to survive alone among the animals and the darkness and then have the strength to keep going is definitely a powerful being, and unfortunately, becoming a dangerous one top of that could have been inevitable. So, what do you think? Is Spearfinger just a tale told to keep kids close to home? A powerful cryptid, a malevolent spirit, or perhaps a real feral person lost to history? I think legends have some truth to them, and this legend continues to haunt the Appalachian wilderness and our curiosities. I'm torn on this one, honestly. Whatever Spearfinger is, we'll probably never know the truth. Let me know what you guys think, as always. That's it for this video. I'm interested to know your thoughts and theories, so feel free to share them in the comments below. I'm also open to future video ideas. If you enjoyed the video and like this type of content, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. Thank you. And don't forget to keep questioning reality.